Finchat is a wonderful tool. In this video, I will show you what you can do if you use Finchat. This is a website where you have a lot of data, and this is very easy to use and very helpful. And I've been using Finchat for a few months now, and I definitely recommend it. It avoided some time wasting things on the internet, because you basically have ChatGPT but for finance, including in Finchat. Let me get straight to the point. The two main elements why I use Finchat almost on a daily basis are: one, the screening tool to find new opportunities, and two, the CoPilot, the ChatGPT but for finance. And I can add a third one, that's the charts. The charts are wonderful. They split the KPIs, the geographical sales for big businesses. This is great. Let me show you. I'm on my dashboard, Finchat. I have some things on my watch list, companies that I like a lot. You can take a screenshot in case you want to study great businesses. And let me start with the first one. This is the CoPilot. Okay, you can have, like for ChatGPT, you can ask some questions if you want to say, okay, tell me more about, I made a video a couple of days ago on evolution. Tell me more about evolution AB business model. And instantly you will have more data, not based on the internet, but based on earnings report from the company, the annual report of the company. So the sources are pretty nice. The source of the information is pretty nice. So look at this. Financial highlights, the business model, it's B2B, who are the customers, what is the market position. So we have a market position of 70%, it's almost in a monopoly. And what is the strategy of the business model. So that's it. And additionally, it's smart. So it can ask other questions when you are done. What are the key components of a successful business model? How can I analyze the effectiveness of a business model? Okay, let me ask another one. What is the moat of this business? And you will see that you will have some moats. Technological leadership, they invest a lot in research and development. Comprehensive product portfolio, they do some games, online games for online gambling, so they have a good portfolio of games. Strong customer relationships, and you have all the competitive advantages for evolution. Okay, you can have other questions. How does this business differentiate itself from its competitors? Okay, and let your mind wander with all the questions. Innovative game offerings, high quality streaming, blah blah blah. You have all the arguments, and you can play around. And if you have, how do you say it? If you have another question, what is the geographical revenue split for evolution AB? Maybe you will have a pie chart, or let's see, because you have operations in Europe for this business, for Asia, for North America. So I don't know how. Maybe you will see some chart or a pie chart. Maybe you will see the evolution of the North American revenue. Here we go. That's it. No need to go and spend hours in the annual report. That's it. Here, just here, year-over-year growth. So you have the latest growth figures. Okay, operating margins, financial analysis. Okay, what do we have? That's it. And you can play around with all the companies, all the public companies. So that's it. So that was for the CoPilot part. Just this part is worth way much more than ChatGPT. You have analysis here. You can check the financials of companies. We talked about evolution, but I mean, you have, I don't know why Microsoft is the default mode. Okay, for Microsoft, you have the normal, this is a normal financial company for this one. Income statement here with the growth, the margins for the past 10 years, for example, the balance sheet with all the items, all the metrics, asset, liabilities. That's very, very clear. You can check this on the annual basis, on a quarterly basis, on a semi-annual basis, on the last 12 months basis. So this is very clear. And Most of the time, 99% of the time, the information is true. You can check with other websites, this is what I do, but normally when a number is here, a figure is here, this is likely true. Cash flow statement you can check. Ratios, this is very good. You will have the buyback yield, something you have to calculate, the market cap, the stock price, price to sales over time, PE ratio over time, earnings yield over time, the forward valuation, the margins, blah blah blah, all the evolution of everything on Finchat. And if you want to check on the per share metric, that's the revenue per share, EPS, tangible book value per share, cash per share. This is just wonderful. You have all the information here. For employees, you have these, total amount of employees, common size. What can I check here? Dividends, financial health, so the current ratio, to check the short-term financial health, the capital efficiency, so the return on invested capital over time. That's it. You have it. And if you click on this one, if you click, oh no, you have nothing. So that's it. And you have the segments and KPIs. So different segments, different KPIs for the business. You don't have to do it manually and check and spend hours in the annual report, because Finchat is doing it for you in a couple of seconds. That's why I pay Finchat. I don't waste time a lot of times, and you browse and you lose yourself and you get lost in all this amount of information. The problem nowadays with the internet is that we have too much information, so you don't know how to sort things out, and Finchat is doing this for you. So this is the reason I'm paying for you. I'm paying for the website. So if you look at the segments KPIs, you have the revenue for different business segments. For Microsoft, you have, look at this, look at all the evolution over time, revenue by geography, the EBIT by business segments, the key performance indicators, the consumer subscribers, so that's the subscribers count. And if you want to check this as a table, this is it. But you can also go to charts. I love this one. And oh, that was for another company. Let me check a company I want for Microsoft, MSFT, and you are in the chart part of Finchat. So you click here. What do you want to see? Diluted EPS, revenue. Let me remove this one. That's the net income. What do you want to check? Something in the income statement? Something in the balance sheet? What do you want? Cash flow statement? Operating activities? You want to change the net income, the stock-based compensation. Okay, I want to check the SBC of this company. I have it. Boom. 2 seconds. That's fabulous. I mean, if a couple of years ago we didn't have this, we had to do it manually. Ratio. You want what? The PE ratio over time? You want the ROIC, return on invested capital, and you want additional information about the segments? Okay, you go to segment and KPIs, Microsoft, and you have everything. I want to check, I don't know, revenue in China or revenue elsewhere, I don't know. Revenue for Windows revenue, gaming revenue. They have Xbox, so what about the gaming revenue? This is it. You have the trend. You have the trend. If you go to annual, you have since 2016, so 8 years ago. This is it. You see in 2021 the revenue for the gaming part increased a lot, and now in 2024 it increased a lot because Microsoft bought out Activision Blizzard, so they acquired a gaming company, so it went up. I suppose that's the reason. If you want to check something else, you go to KPIs and you live the life. If you want to check the booking growth, commercial bookings growth, okay. I don't know what that means. I'm not a Microsoft shareholder. This is it. The growth of 6%, 12%, and now it's decreasing back to 3%. I don't know. If you are a Microsoft shareholder, you might understand what it means. Microsoft 365 consumer subscribers. Okay. It's going up. Okay. And if I want to see the growth, annual growth, I go here to this tab, percentage change, and I have here the growth. Boom. Plus 50% growth, 60% growth, 20% growth. This is unbelievable. And I can index this to 0, and I can compare this to the net income or the earnings per share, play with some numbers. I see that there is a correlation between the EPS and the number of subscribers. Yeah, for Microsoft everything is going up and to the right. If I index this to 0, I can play with some charts. That's very nice. And if you scroll down, you have the actual numbers in the table. You have the CAGR, compound annual growth rate. This is wonderful. I have spent hours and hours playing with the numbers and just getting to know more about the business when I want to know a lot. So I showed you the CoPilot. I showed you the charts. Now I will show you two things, and that will be it. I will show you the analysis. If you want to see Microsoft, for example, you have the Microsoft tab. You can just check. You have a business description. You have some metrics, profile, revenue, 10-year growth, 5-year growth, CAGR. You have the stock price, and over the past 5 years, it compounded at, that's the CAGR of 23%. Okay, you want to check the past 3 years, max, everything here. You want to check what the drawdowns. Okay, very well. These are the drawdowns for the past 5 years. It went down 30% in 2022. I want to check what enterprise value. You can have it. That's it. Depending on the debt level, cash level. You also can go to financials, as I showed you previously. So that's the income statement, balance sheet, blah, blah, blah. You can go to investor relations, and you will have all the reports. No need to go to the website of Microsoft to check for the earnings report, the investor presentation. You have everything here. And you have the transcript, and you can press play. I don't know if you are hearing this, but this is the call. That's it. That's it. So you will have the replay, you will have some AI generation of transcript, and that's it. And you will have who is talking right now. You will have the CEO of Microsoft talking here, and you will have some cities global conference. They will talk about the business. This is amazing, the amount of time that you can get just skimming through the company's report. And if I scroll down, I can go back to 2006. So actually for Apple, you can check when Steve Jobs participated in earnings calls, and you can hear Steve Jobs' voice in the earnings calls. By the way, if you're looking for a complete framework to analyze stocks and build a strong portfolio, I have a coaching program. More on that at the end of the video. If I type here, all events, earnings calls, company events, conferences, that's amazing. Amazing. So that's transcript, fireside chart. You will have the quarterly earnings. So you have the transcript here. You can listen to the earnings calls. You can click here to have the report, the press release, and you have the slides here. No need to download anything. You have the slides. That's it. You can download the slides here if you want, or you can put full size, open file, full screen, and that's it. Enjoying what has been said in this investor presentation, in this earnings call. So that's for the investor relations part. You have the estimates. That's the estimates for Wall Street, what Wall Street analysts are thinking about the business. They think, if you put percentage change, they think that the revenue for 2025 will go by 13%, and then the growth will continue at 14-15%. The mean, the median, actual, high, low. Same thing for the EPS, what Wall Street is thinking about Microsoft. They think it will continue to go up. Free cash flow, capex, you can play with some numbers. And if you think that the growth for Microsoft will be 20%, so you are more bullish than the market, you may think that Microsoft is a good investment right now if you have better assumptions than the market. Same thing for the capex. What are the estimations of the capex for future years? So it's good to have a sense of what Wall Street is thinking, because sometimes Wall Street can be wrong, so you can bet against Wall Street. If, for example, the revenue for some company is expected to be stable, because analysts on Wall Street think it will be stable, but you did the work, you know the company really well, you are a customer of this company, and you think it will continue to grow, that's an opportunity. You are a contrarian to the market. This is an opportunity for you to buy the stock. You have another tab called ownership. So these are these insiders. You have the CEO here. How many shares does he own? This amount of shares. That's 0.01% of the company. That's the trades, insider trades, and that's the holders. For example, Vanguard obviously owns a big chunk of Microsoft, BlackRock, State Street, all the big institutional funds. And if you go to this type of industry, you have some competition, software companies, you can have dividends, you can play with the modeling to have a valuation. I'm not a big fan of this part, I rarely use it. And filings, to have all the filings, the most recent filings, annual report, 10K, etc. So that's a lot of information in one website. You don't have to spend time looking on Google, searching for things in the internet. Everything is on Finchat. And the last thing I want to share with you is the screener. I made some videos on this YouTube channel talking about screening tool, and if you want to invest in great companies, you can use this screener. In my opinion, this is the best screener on the internet right now. I found some great opportunities thanks to this screener. So if I want to invest in earnings that have grown their earnings per share by 30% or more for the past 10 years, so a lot of growth, I want the companies with a ROIC of at least 30%, so return on invested capital of 30%. You have how many results? 91 results. Okay. And I want to check these companies. You have companies in the US, China, Japan. Let's say I want to invest in the US, or I want to exclude the US. Okay. Exclude US. So instead of having 91 companies, I have 82 companies. I can exclude industries or solely focus on specific industries, on specific exchanges. I can say only look for Chinese companies, Japanese companies, Korean companies, and I can add as many criteria as I want. So that's it. I have companies that are not in the US. So maybe I want to add something with the price, PE ratio. I want the PE ratio to be between 0 and 30. Let me check this. You have how many results? 53 results. And with a P ratio of 20, how many? 46. With a P ratio of 10, 24. Okay. Here is a list of 24 companies that have grown their earnings per share substantially over the past 10 years with high efficiency, high return on invested capital, and they are available here. In a few minutes, you can generate a very decent list. Put your investment criteria, dividend yield, buyback yield, whatever you want. I'm using my specific things, and I've been loving the tool so far. Loving the tool. So here you have another tab, earnings, with all the earnings of today, but I rarely use it for this purpose. So CoPilot, full analysis, the charts, and the screeners. This Finchat is one of the best investing tool on the internet. Again, if you want to use it, try it out. You have a link in my description. It will be cheaper. Click the link in my description and enjoy. Sign up. Try it out for 1 month. See if you like it or not. If not, that's fine. If you like it, you can continue. I've been a user of Finchat for a few months, and I'm telling you, it's worth it. If you like this content, I have an investing coaching program. In this program, you will learn a complete investing process. You will learn how to find good stock ideas, how to properly value stocks, when to buy, when to sell, so that you can build a strong portfolio with great companies. Additionally, in this coaching program, you will have access to my personalized guidance for long-term results. We will do weekly calls where we analyze stocks together, and you will have access to my private number available 24/7 for full support. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. Click the first link in the description below to get more information. You will get a short video that explains how everything works completely for free. No need for your mail address. Just click the first link in the description and I'll see you on the other side.